So in this video, we're going to work through installing Python. And we'll cover a few ancillary topics like taking a screenshot and uploading something to the Dropbox. I'm already assuming you know how to log into D2L, do all that kind of stuff. But let's go ahead, access D2L. I'm now in D2L and I'm going to download the instructions for this assignment. May as well get the Word doc version of it. The way you download and open up a document will of course vary on which browser you're using. And here we go, I have the instructions open. So, part 1. Go to python.org, download and install the version of Python appropriate for your computer. Well, we can certainly do that. I'm going to switch back to Chrome. Python.org. And here we go. Python.org. Python.org is where you can get information about all things Python. And it's a free download, so don't worry about that. I'm going to click on the downloads link here. It should take me a page. Hopefully it'll select the correct one for your operating system. In this case, I'm running Windows, and so it gives me several choices for Windows. If you were using something else, if you were using Mac or whatever, then you could download it for Linux, for Mac, and so on. But I'm assuming Windows. And in particular, I am running Windows 7 on my work computer here. The process will be very similar for whichever version of Windows you're using as well. Which version do we want? We do not want Python 2.7. That's an older version of Python, and the syntax for Python 2 is a little bit different than it is for Python 3. So we're using the latest and greatest. I'm going to grab Python 3. I click download, choose my save directory. I'm just going to save it off a desktop somewhere. Download it. Now I'm going to run that executable. Again, I'm assuming that you know how to use your computer and do all this kind of stuff. So I'm going to run the executable. And here we go. Install Python 3.5.2 32-bit. Now I chose the 32-bit version. Even if you're running a 64-bit computer, there's absolutely nothing wrong with using the 32-bit version. So I went ahead and told it, let's go. And it's going to sit here and churn for a little while. Oh, thankfully it's going pretty quickly.
I know, it is.
And you can hear the voices of people out in the hall, so I'm going to pause the recording. So here we go. Install's just about done. I think so. Or not. Here we go. Setup was successful. New to Python, start with the online tutorial. There'd be nothing wrong with doing that. And documentation. I'm just going to click close for now. Alright, Python is installed on the machine. I don't even have to reboot or anything like that. So now we have installed Python. Our next step. After you've installed Python, find idle. Idle is the Python editor. It allows you to create Python scripts and execute them. With Python, we actually have two components. We have the Python executable itself, and then we have idle. And idle will run Python in the background in order to do everything it needs to do. So what we're going to use is idle. I'm going to go ahead and show you what Python looks like all by its lonesome. find it, I'm just going to go click on my Start menu. And of course, if you're using Windows 8 or Windows 10, your Start menu looks completely different. But anyways, execute a search. Look for the word Python. Here we go. Idle Python 32-bit. That's what I installed, so I'm going to run it. And I ran into a mistake there. So let me pause this and correct it. So now I'm going to run Python all by its lonesome. I'm not going to run idle. So I'm going to go to my search box. I'm going to type Python. And I see Python 32-bit. Well, unfortunately, since I've installed a whole bunch of different versions of Python, I have a whole bunch of different choices here. I'm going to choose Python 3.5 32-bit. I'm going to do that once more. And there we go. This is what Python looks like all by its lonesome. However, we're going to do everything inside of idle. Idle uses Python in order to do what we want to do. So I'm just going to close that. If you see the black screen, you know that you're within the Python shell. You're not running idle. We want idle. So I'm going to close that. Come back to my search window. And again, it differs based on your operating system. I'm going to type in idle. And here we go, idle 32-bit. And there we go. Now we're inside of idle. It may look a little bit different when you run it. When you run it, you may see this window. As a matter of fact, that's probably what you're going to see when you launch it. So this tells us that it's running the Python shell, but it's actually running the Python shell within idle, which is what we want. Got the white screen, it ran Python, everything is A-OK. Let's see what's next. Create a program. What we want to do is we want to create a new program. We're going to test idle and Python out, make sure everything's going well. So I'm going to go back to Python. I'm going to choose File New. Now we're creating a new Python program. And I'm going to type in the program that is shown in our Word document. I'm just going to close this shell. I don't really need it right now. Okay, so here it is. It's pretty easy. Print hello world. I'm going to dock Word to get this running on the side over here. Get Python running here. Okay. Print hello world. Now, unlike Java and a couple other languages, we don't need to end our statements with a semicolon, so we're just leaving that off. All right, our program's done. Got to save it and test it. So choose File, Save As, and name the file hello_xxx, where xxx are your initials. So I'll do that, but I really don't want to save it into the default location. On Windows, Python offers to save the file deep in the bowels of the Python directory where the executables are. We don't really want to do that. So I'm going to go make a Python directory somewhere. Maybe I have a rows directory. I'm going to create a new folder here, and I'm going to call it scripting class. Whatever. Wherever you want to save documents on your computer is cool. Just don't save it in that Python directory. And I'll show you again what that directory looked like. I'm going to cancel and do File, Save As again. Do I want to save it with all this stuff here? No, I really don't. So I'm going to go back to my scripting class directory that I just made and save it. Hello underscore, and I'm going to put my initials. Your initials are probably not the same, are they? And then I'm going to end it in .py, although probably the editor would default to adding that anyways. That stands for Python program, Python script. Here we go. I saved it. I'm ready for the next step. The next step, run the program by choosing Run Module. This should run the script. Enter a number and watch the results. That sounds like I'm using a different program than I was. These instructions need to be modified. I'm going to quickly do so. Excuse me. So we're going to test it by choosing Run Module. When we do that, It will display the script, it'll run the script. You'll see the Python shell execute the script, and hello world will be displayed on screen. So I'm going to come back here, and what do I mean by run module? Well, there's a run menu right here. Run module. And there we go, it ran. We can see that it executed the Python shell, and it ran our program. We can even see the path to our program. That's pretty cool right there. It displayed hello world. So it ran successfully. I completed step 2 of the instructions. Save and upload the results. So we need to find the window showing our results. Well, here they are. We need to take a screenshot of the results. And the way you do that is, depends on the operating system, depends on how you already need to know it. I'm just going to talk you through one way that happens to work on Windows. So in Windows, there's a print screen button somewhere on your keyboard. It's up there near a pause, break, and scroll lock button on mine. So I'm going to I'm going to click the print screen button. That created a screenshot. It may have even saved a file somewhere. But it copied a screenshot into the computer's buffer. Now I'm going to open a Paint program. Actually, I'm just going to open Word. If you don't have Word, you can use WordPad. You can use any other word processing program. But I'm going to open Word and just paste it right in there. I want a new document, file new. There we go. I'm going to paste it. There's all sorts of ways to paste in Word. You can hit the Control-V keyboard key, Command-V if you're a Mac user. There we go. I have my screenshot. It's actually too much of a screenshot because I have a 2-monitor system and it's showing some garbage over here. Anyways, we are good to go. I could perhaps try to crop it or something, but I'm not going to even bother taking the time to do that. I have the screenshot. I'm ready to go. So I'm going to save my file. My instructions for what to save the file are results 0_xxx, where again xxx are the initials. I will do that. So save as. I'm going to go back and save that into my scripting directory, just using good old Word. There we go. Scripting class. Results 0_JGT. Now I have a doc file that I could submit to the Dropbox. There's another way I can do that. This mentions take a screenshot of the results and name the resulting image, PNG or JPEG. Well, if you don't know where the file is that it created when it saved the screenshot, if it did, you can just open like Microsoft Paint or any Paint program. If you can't find Microsoft Paint, you just find your search utility. You know, in Windows 10, it's Cortana or whatever. Click the magnifying glass, whatever you have to do a search. And there we go. I have a Paint program. And again, I want to paste it. Well, there's a little option here that says clipboard. Clipboard paste. Boom, I have a new document. And it's got my script, it's got my screenshot. This is actually nicer than pasting it in Word because it's really easy to crop it. I could just zoom out, crop the image. So I'm going to select the part of the image that I care about. You know what, this looks like it's a screenshot of an entirely different thing than what I was doing. I'm going to pretend that it was a screenshot of the program that ran. Instead, I screenshotted the instructions. That's pretty lame, isn't it? So if I was going to crop it, just because I'm using a 2-monitor system, then I'd select just the part that I wanted. I would choose crop, There we go. That's just the one screen. And then I can save it. Save as. And again, I'd want to go to my scripting directory. Scripting class. Call it results. jgt.png. There we go. We have accomplished part 3 of the instructions. There was one more option here. Copy the text from the Python shell. If you don't know how to take screenshots, I strongly recommend that you learn. You can Google it up or whatever if my instructions weren't clear enough. But you could just create a text or a Word document, copy the results out of the shell. So I'd go back over, I'd find the shell window. It's the one that says Python 3.5.2 or whatever up at the top. I could copy all that text and I could paste it into a Word document and upload that. We'd be good to go. I don't really need the shell here anymore, so I'm going to close it. All right, step 4. Upload your results. Upload the results file and your hello W script file, well, into the Dropbox for assignment 0. Let's do that. I'm going to go back to Chrome, go to D2L. I'm going to click on the assignment 0 folder, and here we need go. I'll add the files that I want to upload. So what I did is I clicked Add File, clicked Upload. I'm going to go to my scripting class directory. In here, I see my Hello Python file, and I see my results files. So, since I created 2 different results files, I could choose which one, or it's okay to upload them both. I'm just going to upload the Word document first. There we go. I'm also going to attach, as requested, the Python script. And there we go there. Then I click Add. It has attached these to the submission, but it's just like an email program. Just because you added an attachment doesn't mean that the recipient's going to get it. You actually have to click the Send button. In this case, we have to click the Submit button. And it tells me file submission successful. It tells me that it's going to email me the email confirmation. We are good to go. That document is successfully uploaded. And we have installed idle. We have installed Python. So what I think I'll do, so that it's easy to access idle in the future and I don't have to go do a search in order to access it, is I'm just going to right-click on idle and say pin this program to taskbar. That way it's always there. Even if I go in and I close my windows, it's sitting there waiting for me. You don't have to do that if you don't want to. We're good to go. So that concludes this video. We have installed Python, we created a program, we ran it, we screenshotted the results, we pasted the screenshot into a document to upload, and then we actually did upload that document and the Python script. So if you have any questions, you can contact me. My contact information is in D2L. Just scroll down on the front page of our class, contact information, you see my phone number. Give me a ring, send me a text.